Let me take a sip of coffee and then we'll start this video. Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. So as you can see, the price of Bitcoin is showing this free fall type of scenario, but this is when you say exactly as predicted, because we were calling this price movement to happen. I mean, price seeing this retracement up to 24,000, even lower towards this 19 to 20,000 range. But before that, first the target was around 24,000 area, because we said very clearly, according to the CPI indicator, the monthly S1 line was lying somewhere around that area. And now, since the price of Bitcoin has reached the monthly S1 target line, what to expect next? Because according to this bearish symmetrical triangle, it has played out perfectly. According to this right angle broadening wedge, it has played out perfectly, as you can see, around this 24,000 range. And also guys, I showed you with this CPI indicator and the Bollinger Band squeeze. This month, June month, is going to be a very volatile month for Bitcoin and crypto in general. And now you can see, as soon as we broke the support around this 28,000, the lower band area, the price of Bitcoin started free falling. And this free fall is showing us that now, since we have already approached around this monthly S1 line, as you can see, the target has been reached, right? The first target has been reached. So that's why what I'm actually expecting now is some sort of a range bound and also some relief rally type of scenario playing out here in price action of Bitcoin. So that's why guys, that's why please do not try to catch the falling knife and also not to over leverage yourself. And since the price here, as you can see, is showing this clear volatility, this downward movement, I think, has not found bottom yet. Why am I saying you this even after price of Bitcoin has reached around this 24,000 area? This here is just the first target for this month, guys. And according to the CPI indicator, let's look at the monthly S2 line. If this is going to follow, let me add this monthly S2 line. So the monthly S2 line, the next monthly S2 line is lying around 17,700 price area. I'm not going to focus around the 17,000 yet, but for us, we are aware guys, the 22,000, even this 19 to 20,000 target area could be reached, because according to this 1, 2, 3 reversal order, ABCD reversal pattern, we have found out that in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has started this actual downward rally, this actual downward rally had something in common. I mean, after breaking the support line, also forming this dead cat bounce type of scenario, ABCD reversal pattern, 1, 2, 3 reversal pattern, doesn't matter how you look at this. The price after that, you can see, showed this retracement towards this 200 weekly moving average, and only after finding a proper support at this 200 weekly moving average, we started this new marker phase. Here, very similar scenario, 1, 2, 3 reversal or this ABCD reversal, we broke the support, and as soon as we broke the support, we got gravitated towards the 200 weekly moving average. Same thing unfolded in 2019. And right now, as you can see, this is a very similar scenario. We broke the support, the horizontal support. Price was also forming this ABCD reversal pattern. And now this pullback is also showing us or warning us the bottom might not be in yet. So for actual bottom, we have to find a proper support around this 200 weekly moving average. But what I personally think is that the price of Bitcoin is going to see further retracement dipping below this 19-20,000 quick week around that area, and then finally jumping over this 200 weekly moving average and starting this actual consolidation. Because for us, for an actual marker phase, we need a proper accumulation phase or a capitulation phase, because we know I have talked about this capitulation phase. I also showed you why this is so important for us. Many were like, hey, the price of Bitcoin has already dropped more than 50%, 60%. So that's the bottom and we could be starting this new marker phase. I was warning you that the bottom is in when we end this capitulation or find a proper accumulation phase. And now, if we look at this in a monthly time frame, the capitulation phase, just like here from the past price action, has just started. You can see average line below 50 level, William percentage R below -80, and also the T3CCI in a monthly time frame in a negative territory, indicating the capitulation phase has just begun. So this capitulation phase ended after 274 days. The second one ended after 182 days. So that's why, guys, that's why we still have a lot of time until this capitulation phase ends. So far, we had this 1 month capitulation according to these indicators. If this is going to continue, at least just like here from the past example, then you can see guys, the actual movement or this capitulation phase could last at least towards this November, December month. So that's why, please do not try to catch the falling knife. I'm warning you again and again. And now if we look at this, according to this bear flag, this bear flag scenario is also playing out 1-to-1, because I was warning you guys since the price of Bitcoin is forming a very similar example, just like here from the past price action. We were also expecting a very similar to happen here. Now, since the price of Bitcoin is clearly showing this downward rally, according to this bear flag, our target, right? Our target is going to be around this 19 to 20,000 area. So that is also one reason why I was showing you that the price of Bitcoin, if we are going to see this rally here to the downside first, the CPR target around 24,000 is going to be one very, very important line where we could be finding support for the medium short term or also some sort of a consolidation. But the downward rally is going to continue, because we have seen, according to this bigger time frame, this 1 to 3 reversal pattern, and also according to this capitulation phase, the price of Bitcoin still has a lot of room here in the downward direction, guys. That's why we are aware this lower target around 19 to 20,000 could be also on the line. But if you look at this here in a very, very simple way, if you have been following me for a while, we have talked about this Williams alligator indicator plenty of time, but I have also warned you why we have to be very careful, because in our case, right, this crossover, what we were witnessing was a bearish crossover, because we have seen, guys, each and every time here in past price action, in an uptrend, right, in an uptrend like this, the Williams alligator indicator, the crossover is always a bullish crossover. I mean, this green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom. But when we see the opposite happening, the blue line appearing at the top, green line at the bottom, it usually reflects a reversal. Here in an uptrend, you can see green line at the top, blue line at the bottom. Every time whenever we saw a crossover with green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, after that the price of Bitcoin showed this very nice impulsive movement. But in our case, this here was a bearish crossover, which pointed us that, hey, we have to be extremely careful, because now the price of Bitcoin could be starting this downward rally. It did. We also had this consolidation around this area, quick relief rally, and then again started this downward price movement. And now if you follow this Williams alligator indicator, you can see very clearly, guys, this is still a bearish crossover. And what I want to add in this area is a very simple falling trend line, because yesterday, if you have watched my video, I made it very clear this falling trend line along with this Williams alligator indicator is a very, very important line of resistance. Price tried plenty of time to break above this Williams alligator indicator, and also this falling trend line, we got a rejection, and each and every time we got a retracement, price saw bigger pullback. And that was also a reason why I showed you yesterday with this exact scenario where the price of Bitcoin was also getting rejection from this falling trend line. And now you can see this falling trend line area is also the area where we have this Williams alligator indicator. So now here, this Williams alligator indicator along with this falling trend line is actually a strong line of resistance. So if this exact scenario is going to happen just like here from past price action, then you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin could show a movement here in this manner, showing some small relief rally again around this 28,000, 27,000, getting rejection from this Williams alligator indicator and also this falling trend line, and then dipping further here to the downward direction. So only after we find a proper support around this 19,000 to 20,000, support from this 200 weekly moving average, only after that the price of Bitcoin could be slowly starting to end this capitulation phase and also end the accumulation phase. So until then, you can see this is a clear sign of danger, which I have been warning you guys since a couple of weeks, even months now. So these are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you like my work, then do destroy that like button, and also for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.